For all his sons and his daughters won't fill the cities with faces. Iniquities of they father, bloodthirstiest of our nation. Not for living water, waiting to put that work in. Hamashiach give us that order, prepare slaughter. For all his sons and his daughters won't fill the cities with faces. Iniquities of they father, bloodthirstiest of our nation. Not for living water, waiting to put this work in. Hamashiach give us that order.
Yeah, no, so again, through the Biblios, right? Through the Torah, the Tanakh, right? We're showing you the comparisons between people. We're trying to put up a chalkboard.
So where does that leave me and the other two guys? So I guess they're not white Jews. What are we?
Y'all would be what they would call
just like
get it. I'm gonna show you history. I'm gonna show you some history. Get a Ezra.
But we're like cousins essentially. Or like
Well, we are, according to history, me and you are cousins. You know, we are cousins in a sense, right? We got Uncle Esau, which is your pops, and then Uncle Jacob is our pops to you. So your uncle is Jacob, our uncle is Esau. We would be cousins, right? Because we understand that of antiquity and going back and dealing with history, many nations know and they understand when they go into Israel and they live in Israel, they have to abide by the laws of the God of Israel. Wearing the tassels, not shaving your beard, don't get tattoos, don't worship any other God, keep the Sabbath holy, right? Don't eat swine, shrimp, crab, lobster, you know, things of that nature. Make sure you wear your fabric. Sacrifice. Those people that are in Israel right now are doing those things, right? I'm gonna show you something. You got that, Esther? You get that? I knew it was either Esther 8, Ezra 8. You got it? That's what it said?
Esther 8, 13, 8.
Yeah. Read from there and then read the 17. Go ahead.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 8, verse 13. The copy of the writing for the commandment to be given.
This is during the time of Artaxerxes, right? Where he reigned over 20 provinces. Yeah, he was with Amon, right? They just had. Okay, we'll start at 11. But this is during his time of reigning. Esther being a Benjamite woman, right? Which was a woman that was given unto, or that was told by Mordecai, her uncle, another Benjamite, said, go and marry that man so we can, get these people off our damn back, right? And be able to keep the laws of God. Go ahead.
Verse 11, wherein the king granted the Jews, which were in every city, to gather themselves together and to stand for their life, to destroy, to slay, and to cause to perish all the power of the people and province that would assault them, both the little ones and women, and to take the spoil for them a prey.
Right, so we was given a decree by the king that we can go to war, we can fight back, because during this time we wasn't able to do such things as that unless we was given an order by the king, right? Artaxerxes. Go ahead.
Verse 12, upon one day in the province of King Ahasuerus, namely upon the 13th day of the 12th month, which is in the month of Adar, the copy of the writing for the commandment to be given in every province was published unto all people, and that the Jews should be ready against the day to avenge themselves on their enemies.
Right, because this is during the time where I forgot the Edomite's name, but he was making up a plan, right? And he talked to his people in the village that they lived in, that, you know what, this is what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna do X, Y, and Z, and this is how we're gonna get the Jews, and we're gonna kill them all. Mordecai heard about it, and this is when he started doing what? He started renting his clothes, and he started sending letters in to his niece, saying, hey, this is what they finna do. They're trying to do this, get the king to, have them put decrees out so we can, get artillery, like USA is sending Ukraine artillery, right? Go ahead.
Verse 14, so the post that rode upon mules and camels went out, being hasted and pressed unto by the king's commandment. And the decree was given at Shushan the palace. And Mordecai went out from the presence of the king in the royal apparel of blue and white, and with a great crown of gold, and with a garment of fine linen and purple. And the city of Shushan rejoiced and was glad. The Jews had light and gladness.
Right, they had light and gladness. They won that war. Go ahead.
And joy and honor.
Joy, and then they had joy, then they got honor. Go ahead.
And in every province, and in every civil,
and in every province, right? And in every city, go ahead.
Whithersoever the king's commandment and his decree came, the Jews had joy and gladness.
The Jews had joy and gladness. Go ahead. So this is in every city, every province that Artaxerxes ruled over. Go ahead.
A feast.
A feast. So he put out a decree. Y'all got to have a feast now for this day, right? Which we know as Purim, right? Go ahead.
And a good day. And the many of the people of the land became Jews.
They became what?
Became Jews.
So there was people, other people that became Jews, right? Get that word. You got Jew? In the blue, yeah, Esther. Esther 8:17, right? I'm gonna show you something. Right, they had a feast and became right there. Right, Yahad, right? To become a Jew, in fact or in fraud, become Judaized, right? Meaning converts, right? And it also says, i.e. become Jewish, right? So there was these people, and they weren't just Edomites. You had Hamites, Elamites, Moabites, Ammonites. These people started wearing tzitzits. Purim is when you, what they say in Israel, right, today, is when you dress up. But this right here goes to show this king put the decree out due to Esther doing her thug thizzle, and then got people to be like, hold on, they're in power now, they're honored now. I gotta blend in. They converted. Exactly. Right. Go ahead.
For the fear of the Jews fell upon them.
The fear of the Jews fell upon them, right? So as we agree, and as I said earlier, when anybody goes into the land of Israel, you got to wear them tzitzits, right? It's a must. You got to go to Tel Aviv. You got to write. You got to put the paper in the wall, right? You got to do all these things. And this is just to go to show that, look, there are converts even going back then. That's what makes you Jewish. That's what makes us a Jew, right? We would be the descendants of Jacob. You'd be a descendant of Esau. You would be Jewish. We would be Jew, right? We have the same grandfather, being Isaac, right? We just have the same. We have a different father. Hold on, let this pass. Get out Zechariah 8:23. Right, and this is why, Mayor, I'm bringing out I got to bring out history, but what's important is prophecy to show, because as I said earlier, we out here to spread truth and facts. So get 8:23. Go ahead.
Okay, Zechariah chapter 8, verse 23. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, in those days it shall come to pass that 10 men shall take hold out of all the languages of the nations, even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew.
That is a what?
That is a Jew, saying, we will go with you, for we have heard that God is with you.
So there's going to come a day when that's going to happen. And this is where we separate, or not separate, but differentiate who's a Jew, who's the real Jew, and who's Jewish. Because if the people in Israel were the Jews, everybody would be going to Israel, holding on to Mayor's garment and his fringes, saying, we want to go with you to learn about God and his law, statutes, commandments, because we see that God is with y'all. If God was with the Jewish people in Israel, there would not be war in the world. There'd be peace in the world. Nothing but peace. And everybody in the earth would have to keep the law, statutes, commandments of who people call Yahweh. His real name is Yahweh, is his name. Right? The God of Yasha'Allah, the power, the Allahaya of Yasha'Allah.
For all his sons and his daughters won't fill the cities with faces. Iniquities of they father, bloodthirstiest of our nation. Not for living water, waiting to put that work in. Hamashiach gives that order, prepare slaughter. For all his sons and his daughters won't fill the cities with faces. Iniquities of they father, bloodthirstiest of our nation. Not for living water, waiting to put this work in. Hamashiach gives that order.